Okay, in this tutorial, I'll be going to with this stock symbol CSGS. Let's go together. I'll just copy that and paste it and write stock besides. And you can see the name of the stock, the company and everything. If I want to buy the stock right now, I can just see from Google. It's $49.30 US dollars. That's the currency. And if I want to know when was this firm founded, I can just look from Wikipedia and you can see this box which is very helpful, and you can see founded in 1994. Okay, and then I'll show you this sector later on. Now I'm really interested in the four ratios that are very important. I've left the link in description of the video. You can just go to macro trends. You just click on that and this thing will appear. And the best thing about this website is that you don't have to know the formulas, you don't have to know how to calculate ratios. They already have done it for you. So it's very, very easy life. If you click on price ratios and then price book ratio and paste in the symbol and just click on it and make sure that the symbol has the right name, CSG International and CSG systems. So that's the one, because there are many firms with the same symbols, so you need to be careful. Price book ratio, let me explain you what that is. Uh, Book value is the real value of the uh, share. Stock price is the market value. For example, is if the book value is $1 and the stock price is $2, that means that you're paying $2 for something that is really worth $1. So you're buying it very expensive. So in price book ratio, if the ratio is less than 1, that means that you're buying the stock at discount and it's very at bargain, it's ideal to buy. If the price book ratio is 1, that means that you're buying it for the actual value. And which is not bad because at least you're buying it for the right worth. And if it's more than 1, then it means you're buying the stock expensive. And the higher the number, the more expensive the stock gets. So let's see. Right now it's 4.41, which means you're paying 4 times, 4.5 times nearly more price than you should be paying, which is very expensive. And let me see the trend. So the lowest it has been, I think in 2011 September, it has been 1.44 times expensive, and right now it's 4 times and 4.41 times more expensive. So people who bought that time bought the stock much cheaper than people who will be buying right now. So you need to be careful about that. Then when I click on other ratios and I click on current ratio tells me if the current ratio is less than 1, that means that the stock is very, you know, not it's very risky to invest there because there are more liabilities than assets. So, it's very risky if it's less than 1. If it's 1, that means that it's still risky because stocks equal to liabilities, assets equal to liabilities, so there's no margin of safety. If you want to invest in a non-risky stock, which is very secure and very, it gives you margin of safety, then you must look for 1.5 or above ratio. Right now, it's 1.72, which is quite above 1.5. And if I just look, we need to be careful because right now it's 1.72, which is very good margin of safety. It's above 1.5. And but we need to be careful about this because we need to look at the previous trend as well. Let me look at the previous ones. So we can see up till now, only twice in December 2015 and June 2015, it has been less than 1.5, but still it's more than 1. So it means there are still more assets and liabilities, but still it hasn't been 1.5. So it's just twice, so which is not bad. And throughout it has been above 1.5, so it means the consistency is very good. It has never been below 1.5, so it has very good margin of safety, which is ideal. Let's look at debt equity ratio. If the company is operating mainly on debt, then that's not good. If it's very risky. If the company is operating mainly on equity, then it's not risky, it's ideal. So we're looking for a ratio zero point 0.5 or less than that for it to have a good margin of safety. Right now it's 1.14. It means that it's operating more on long term debt than on equity. It's very dangerous. Like it's very, very risky. I wouldn't say that they are doing bad, but it's their own strategy, but it's risky. Because if you look at the equity, it's 0.37 billion and the long term debt is 0.42 billion. So debt is more than equity, which is very risky. If I look back, it's 0.98. Um, so long term debt is nearly equals to equity, very risky. And then it's more than equity, then, you know, it's like, fluctuating. And then it has been like, if you look at the long term debt, it's quite a lot. It's nearly double the amount of equity. So there has been times like, when it's fluctuating, it has never been, very rarely, just once, I think. No, actually, it has never been below zero point 0.5. So we are looking for zero point 0.5 or below that, and it has never been like that. So this is very risky because, it's operating mainly on long-term debt, rather than equity. So there's a lot of risk. Let's look at return on equity. We are looking for 8% or more than that for it to be ideal. Right now it's 19.76, which is very good. If I just go back to the trends and I just see it's once it has been less than 8, but I can just forgive once, that's fine. And let's look at the previous ones as well. So it's like almost every time it has been above 8%, which is very good return. So that's really good. And I just want to see that it's the market cap. You can just see the market cap is in billions. Billion means it's a big size firm. And the dividend yield is 1.81%. So this firm gives out dividend. Um, so I just want to make sure that, dividend means that they are able to pay their loans, their bills, and everything. Their creditors, sorry, they're able to pay their creditors and everything, but still they have extra money left, and that money the firms pay as dividends. So if they are able to manage, able to pay the dividends to shareholders, which they are able to pay 1.81%, even the percentage is small, but still we know that that's extra money they have, so it means they are doing financially really good. So they have extra money that they can pay off to their shareholders, which is a positive sign. And lastly, I want to know that what their employees think about them. So what I'll do is I'll just paste it and I'll write review, and I have one website called Indeed, and I'll just click on it because I need to know people who work there what they think of it. It's 165 reviews, which is quite a lot, and 3.7 stars is very good. It's above average. And so you might read through it as well, the pros and cons that people have said. And if I just go to Glassdoor, I want to know what people in Glassdoor think about it, because that's again a brilliant website to know the reviews. And it's 165 reviews here, same here. And it's, oh no, that's Indeed. I've just clicked, sorry, my mistake. Glassdoor, and it's 420 reviews, which is more than in Indeed, and it's 3.8 star, which is brilliant. It's very good, nearly 4 stars. So people, are happy, hopefully, who are working here. So which is very good to know. And then I want to go to Justia Patents to see if it has any patents or not. And you can see the link in the description. I will just copy this and paste it. Okay, so what I'm more interested in is actually I'll just do it again because I want to make sure that that's what it exactly is. CSG International. So I don't think it has any patents. Maybe I can't find any actually, because the patents, no, I don't think it has any. I'm looking at assignee and applicant. So anywhere there's assignee or applicant written, that means those people have all the rights. I'm not interested in inventors because they invented but they don't have the full rights. So I don't think this firm has any patent. I can't search any. And then I want to go to Yahoo Finance and I want to show you one thing. um, you can just click on it here and you will find this one. Okay, make sure you have the right name and everything. Go to profile, and you can see the sector here: technology and industry, software infrastructure, and full-time employees. And the key executives, there are five key executives, and four of them have pay shown, but not one of them chief accounting officer. So you can see maybe Yahoo Finance haven't covered that. Maybe I don't know, or you might find the salary somewhere else. In another website, you can search for yourself, because the more transparent or the more information a firm gives, the better it is. It builds trust. So it's better the more information you have about the firm. Um, you know, and do I have anything else to cover? No, just that.